Alright, so it is midnight here in the Aussie Frugal household. Baby is fussy and upset because he's cutting a tooth. I finally got him down, but I'm going to need to pump it in about 45 minutes. And I know if I go to sleep now and then get up to pump, I'm going to be really grumpy and it's going to be worse. So I'm making hubby lunch and prepping some stuff for the kids for breakfast, lunch and snacks, and using up some of that milk before it goes bad that you saw in my last grocery haul, and I'll show you guys that next. So I have 2 ham and cheese sandwiches, a mandarin and the orange for hubby's lunch tomorrow. Also cut up some carrot sticks and some water to leave in the fridge for the kids and I to snack on. And then I decided to make pancakes, and I've got my big frying pan over here, and I'm going to smash out a bunch of pancakes, and I'm going to send some with hubby to work tomorrow with some jam or a little cup of maple syrup. And I'm going to leave some in the fridge for the kids. They can just heat them up and eat them, or eat them with jam. They'll be very happy. So I've got my cup of tea, my pancakes. I'm doing a baking paper trick so I don't have to scrub this down afterwards, because I just spent an hour doing washing up. And I got my plate at the back to smash out some pancakes. Bobby woke up. I had to change a bum, and now he's hanging out in his swing wide awake. So we'll see how many of these I get done. Alright, so I'm doing this one-handed, and I've been doing it one-handed this entire time, almost, because as soon as I finished that clip, he lost his crap and has wanted to be held the entire time. So these are my last 3, and that's my pancakes done. I've actually unplugged this. It's just the residual heat cooking the other side. And I'm going to bag these up, and that'll be my prep for tomorrow done. Alright, so it is Monday morning. The kids helped themselves to some pancakes this morning by just throwing them on a plate and throwing them in the microwave for 10 seconds and adding some maple syrup. So that was an easy breakfast. They went through probably about 15 pancakes, pikelets, whatever you want to call them. And I still have a huge plate full. Hubby took the lunch I made, and I'm snacking on the carrot sticks. Today I think I'm going to boil some eggs, and maybe I'm going to defrost those chickens and roast them and work out, do some more prep for the rest of the week. Maybe see if I can prep some of the veggies, maybe make that veggie bake that I was talking about in the last video. We'll see. This has kind of turned into a day in the life. It is 10:30. I've gotten up, brushed my hair, got a cup of tea, and then that's all I got before the baby started screaming. He's, like I said, he's having a rough time. He's cut his first tooth, and it's hard. He's only 10 weeks old, so I've just gotten him down for a nap now, and I'm going to quickly clean my kitchen and my lounge room and eat something finally. My lovely friend stopped by and dropped me off 4 loaves of gluten-free bread. I love this bread. She hit Costco and grabbed these. I haven't been able to get any gluten-free bread for ages because of the shortages, and they run out really quickly. So she thought of me and brought these over. She was also able to get toilet paper. They do have a limit of 1 per person on, or per Costco account, but she got 60 rolls of Kleenex for $25. So, and she said they had plenty of stock, and this is at the Costco at Ipswich. So if you're looking, it might be worth making a run over there. So I've kept 1 out for the week, and I'm putting away the other 3, and here is 3 of the clearance milks I got. And then as I finish the one I'm using today, I'll grab another one out, put it in the fridge and defrost it, and that's how I will make it last and keep it from going bad. So there's 1, 2, 3 little X, and this is the last of my freezer meals. But I am going to do another freezer meal cook up soon, because I want to have some easy frozen stuff in case we do get sick, that we can just shove things in the microwave or in the oven. So it's on my list. took like an hour and a half, so fingers crossed it stays down for a while. And now I'm going to make some potato bake. I have to get the bacon out. I'm going to parboil and chop all of these, build my potato bake, and I'm going to use this cream. I had a lot of questions about freezing the milk in the last video, so I showed you I frozen that milk. Well, I froze this cream a year ago. It had like 3 or 4 days left, which is why was 60 cents. I got like 4 of them. And I know I froze it a year ago because that's when it was used by. But I've just defrosted it. It's perfectly fine. I use it just like normal. I'm going to make my potato bake. Then I'm going to make a veggie bake if I have time before the baby wakes up with a liter of the milk I've frozen. I'm just defrosting it now. And then I'm going to put the chickens on. Alright, so I'm about to make the cheese sauce, but I want to do that last. So I have this bag that's got, I don't know, maybe a handful of stir-fry veg in it. So I'm going to throw that in there to go in my veggie bake to get that out of the freezer. I've got some cauliflower I'm going to throw in there. Got a few carrots I'm going to cut up to throw in there. Handful of corn kernels, an onion, whatever else fruit and veg wise I can find, and I'm going to throw it all in here, cover it in a cheese sauce that you would use for cauliflower gratin, and then I'm going to either bake it or freeze it for tomorrow night, or I might even just keep it in the fridge for tomorrow night. It's all day, so got that lined up here, but my sauce just finished, so I figured I'd show you. I ended up with about a handful of cauliflower and 1 potato cut up fine, well, not too fine, but into little chunks, 2 medium carrots, an onion, and a handful of corn. So there it is. And then my sauce was just 50 grams of corn flour, 40 grams of butter, 500 mils of milk, and cooked that off, and then I added 70 grams of cheese to make this sauce. I also gave it a good twist of this pink Himalayan rock salt and pepper. I've had this for ages. I have a bunch of other spices, so I don't need this. I'm trying to use this up over the pantry challenge. It's got, I don't know, it's got about that much left. I'm trying to use that up. Alright, so it might not look very pretty, but it will be tasty. Alright, so I did the chicken. Usually I do it in a little bit of oil, salt, garlic, powdered garlic, and a little bit of paprika, and that. But today I use this Kickin' Chicken Finger Lickin' Spice Blend. I got it from Aldi. I've seen it at Costco and a few other places, but it came in a trio of spices and I want to use it up. So I'm about to put my chickens on, give them a good clean out. They're a little cold, not quite frozen, but a little cold. Give them a good clean out and washed them. And I'm going to slow cook them at 180 for probably, I know they're quite smallish, so bloody fly. Maybe, I don't know, 2 hours, and I'll just check on them. When they smell done, I'll come and check on them. And this is what I've achieved this morning during this nap time. Now I'm going to go eat, finish my cup of tea, and pray that the baby wakes up in a good mood. So we have this much potato bake left, and I'll probably snack on this later tonight, and maybe if there's enough left, have it for lunch tomorrow. We used one chicken, so I'm going to shred the meat off of this chicken, the gristle, the skin, and then I'm going to throw the bones all in a stock pot with a small onion and a bit of garlic, salt and pepper. Then I'm going to put some boiling water in this and stick it on the stove and boil off all of this FOD, which is flavor, and put that into the pot too, and then run that for the next couple of hours and strain it, and I'll have chicken stock. Alright, so I have a 1 liter container of shredded chicken and some of the skin, and then I have this big pot. I think it's a 8 liter pot full of the fat and the bones and the gristle and some of the skin and all of the color, which is all the fodder for that tray, in there for flavor. Alright guys, I'm hiding outside looking for a quiet spot away from the kids to talk to you. I'm pretty much done for the day, and I'm going to put this down and go and get some rest and try and put the baby back to sleep again because he is grizzly again. So this is basically how a pantry challenge works in our house. I work out kind of what we have and what I can make, and then I get creative. I don't always have the time to do a lot of prep like this in one go, but when I do, it does save me a ton of time, especially when I don't know how the baby's going to be any given day or even from 1 hour to the next. So doing this kind of thing really saves me time. I love doing things like the pancakes and sometimes do waffles and all that kind of thing. Super easy for the kids to just help themselves and grab what they need. For me to be able to just snack on some carrot sticks or make some sandwiches or something for the kids. So yeah, don't forget, if you like this kind of content, to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Tell me if you want to see more day in the life stuff, or you want me to go back to my more usual content.